It's just different is all I'm saying. It's just, what are we talking? That's what I'm saying. What perception?
Chat, nobody's arguing that the World Cup is not bigger than the Super Bowl. What I'm arguing is that, yo, Kendrick was awarded the halftime show representative already. Why are we making up that Drake is doing the World Cup when we have no idea?
In 2 years.
Just to get a one-up on the K-Barbs. Like, they're going to be a halftime show. We don't know who's performing yet.
What lens are we looking at this through? If I'm hosting,
I'll say this in my country. But the World Cup, it's playing with semantics, right? Because this is the first time that they're having a performer. I don't think it's during the actual final game. It's like part of the world. It's like that.
And that's another thing too. With all due respect, if Drake performs at one of the group stage games at halftime, that is not bigger than the Super Bowl. I'm being very honest, bro. And please, none of y'all Drake fans be like, yo, act switching up. No, I'm just speaking facts, bro. The World Cup final is the biggest game ever. But there's 100 games that's in the World Cup. We're not watching all of them shits. We watch the finals.
Exactly.
Nigga, I remember being on vacation, nigga. And everybody at this resort, where we were at, we were in Mexico. Was it Mexico? I think it was Mexico. No, I was on vacation. I was there for my brother's wedding. And we're at like this, this big ass place that was like, they have all type of like, it's almost like an amusement park damn near. And everybody stopped and was watching. Everybody was glued, just huddled around to like these massive places with TVs. Like,
neurologists are stunned. They've confirmed that ear ringing is shrinking your brain.
It is the biggest event, but the finals everybody's going to watch. Yeah. Of course, every country and countries that care about whatever, like the viewership's still going to be up on all the games. But Super Bowl numbers, I don't know. Until we get to like finals. The elimination games.
Makes sense.
Until we get to the elimination games with the bigger teams, I don't know. But if motherfucking Ghana starts playing Senegal in a group stage, like, they're in Group B, or my country, Jamaica, fucking plays, I don't know, Puerto Rico. Is Puerto Rico team? Or plays, I don't know, Nicaragua. Bro, that's not getting like 100 million people watching. Nigga, there's 4 million people in Jamaica. Who the fuck gives a fuck? You know what I'm saying? Like, relax. We gotta calm it down. You get what I'm saying? Now, the finals, everybody on motherfucking planet Earth is watching.
Yeah, true. That's true.
Bro, we could Google it now. Viewership for group games in World Cup. Okay, group stage games. Okay. I just want to do the comparison.
I don't care about all this. All right, skipping this shit.
These artists are willingly engaging with companies, right? Again, Drake has read up.
Ever seen a military monocular lens that can zoom in on objects miles away? You're about to. Dude, you got to hear about...
And, he could have became a free agent before. He has signed back on with UMG multiple times. He could have left. Here's my thing. The thing that's going on in music is that these companies have fixed the game. When at the time that UMG and other record labels seemingly saw their mortality, they made sure they leaned back on what was the most valuable thing, and they controlled and fixed everything in there. Let me give you the example. Catalog. Oh shit. Oh, this is going to a tech game? Oh, we not selling CDs at FYE and Best Buy and Target no more? Oh, y'all said this is all about, oh fuck, well we're way behind on the tech game. Oh, Apple is $1 trillion already invested in this. Oh shit, Spotify been had this shit go. Damn, you realize, think about it when it comes to like streaming, when it comes to like TV. HBO has HBO Max, you have Paramount Plus, you have Disney Plus. That's them trying to compete with Netflix. They're gonna be like, if you want to watch Disney shit, you ain't gonna catch it on Netflix. You gotta come catch it over here. You do realize that 85% of the consumable catalog of all music that generates revenue is from 3 companies. Spotify and Apple would be out the paint if all 3 of them said, we're all gonna create our own streaming platforms. And you pay based on who you listen to most. If you like Taylor, well, you're gonna be subscribing to UMG's streaming platform. Because UMG has Taylor, Weeknd, Drake, Post Malone, all of those people. Oh, you like Billie Eilish. Well, Billie Eilish is still UMG. Oh, you like some of the Sony artists. Well, you subscribe to Sony. Oh, you like Youngboy, Uzi, this and third. Well, you subscribe to Warner streaming service. Why did the labels never do that? Because we see it in the TV model with HBO. We see it with Stars. We see they start developing their own streaming platform. Because when they were just licensing it to Netflix, Netflix was getting more and more power, and all the cord cutters are just going to, you're building Netflix. The problem with the music business is that it's too late. They built Spotify, and Apple Music can't lose to nobody. They're too big to fail in general. So what the music business did is that rather than invest billions of dollars to compete in a atmosphere with Spotify, this and third, one thing we got that they don't got is that we own the shit. We'll just play the licensing game, right? So from then on, they just license. But when they were making the first big deals, Universal said, well, fuck. At a point, Spotify could start feeling themselves and be like, as music continues, they could start offering people to sign to them. Now, what if Spotify offered people to sign to them? They become our competitor. They're just not the tech company anymore. So you know what? You know what the big three did? UMG, SME, Sony Music Entertainment, and Warner Music Group. They said, let's cut a deal with Spotify that they can't sign people. They could never be what we are. They could never compete like that. They could only be a partner. As part of that, we'll give them a big. By the way, Spotify was saying to them, "Yo, they're not broke, but they're like, yo, we're losing money. Like we haven't figured out streaming to be a valid, reliable method of generating revenue. We didn't have enough subscribers yet." And Universal and all these companies said to them, "Okay, how about this? Give us some ownership over there." And you know what Spotify did? Okay, you take this ownership, you take this. What that did so they did two things. In these deals they did with labels, they guaranteed that they could never compete with the labels in signing artists themselves. Now there's some loop arounds with that too, which we get to another time. But basically, the streaming services were always going to be a partner to the labels. They could never be a competitor. You got to realize these three companies don't want competitors. It's us three and nobody else. Everybody's independent. We don't give a fuck about TuneCore, DistroKid. It's just us three. So they did the deals with them. These companies could never compete. Not only could they never compete contractually, they gave them a huge discount by making Universal own a piece of the company. If you Google it, you will be able to see. They have a minority stake, okay? So they have a minority stake in the company, which gives them incentive and gives Spotify incentive to be loyal to them. You get what I'm saying? We gave you a discount. We own piece of your company now. So UMG owns piece of the tech company that's now serving the music. Very smart. Rather than tax them out the ass for the licensing, you own piece of the company. So now you can help steer where it goes, right? Now, why did I say that? I said that because this is the thing that we all need to talk about. Why are these artists or anybody else seemingly upset at the game that they all have initially or at some point cognizantly chosen to get a part of and have been down with? I'm gonna give you an example because there's another company that does the same too. What I just described with UMG and the music industry is that once, again, they saw themselves bleed once people stopped buying shit and pirating started. So they set up their business in a way that they'll never bleed again. And I think I explained it, but I'll put the cherry on top now.
I think there's a reason why they call themselves Universal. Shit. They goddamn own everything. Shit.
Since we own the catalog, we have the biggest leverage. Let's own a piece of this. Let's twist TikTok hand that they got to listen to us. So everybody needs our catalog. We're going to starve them out. And if they don't get down with what we get,
I gotta use the restroom. Hold on,
we'll
I'll be
take
right
our music
back.
off their shit. Remember, with us three, it's 85% of music. So they got to get down with the program. Hold on, who's that? Is that
My bad.
Yeah. So what ends up happening is this essential point. Universal Music and Warner and Sony, they can't lose because they control every aspect of it. You know, their new thing is they realize that people start consuming music on social media. That's why they're doing all the deals with Meta and TikTok. You know, they stopped. Yeah, they came out and said, "Oh, the subscriber growth on Spotify has slowed, but we did 2 big ass deals with Meta, and Mark Zuckerberg gave us the bag." And every time these chicks be like, "Yo, real ass bitch, you a football nigga," and you hear it playing in the background, we're getting licensing fees from that. We're getting the money over there. So what Universal has done, they use the leverage of having the ownership of the content, and they control the whole game. Essentially, what am I saying? You can't defeat them, because unless you could change their market share from.
Finally, homemade Manjaro makes your pants drop in just 1 week. I've developed a 3-ingredient recipe that's 10 times more powerful than Ozempic and Manjaro combined. That's right. And before you think it's just another one of those crazy diets you see everywhere, know that even the biggest celebrities in the world like Kim Kardashian, Jessica Simpson, and Rebel Wilson.
Man, what the hell is this? I don't even eat carrots.
From the amount they've owned this market share for the last 80 years of recorded music. You can't change it overnight. And even one artist can't change it in the twilight of their career or later on in their career. So they have the leverage that nobody can fuck with. I'm gonna tell you who also does the same thing. And that's why I say these artists ultimately, they're going up against a machine they can't fight it, they can't beat. Live Nation. Look how ill Live Nation got this. By the way,
Man, shut up, bitch. Man, you're talking too damn
Not
much.
many people
Man,
know
fuck
this,
you.
but right before Trump left office, he
Hear all
left
this
open
damn
an
shit.
IRS.
thing that I think Universal was probably always watching and checking out. Remember when Drake was on Young Money Cash Money and he established OVO? A lot of people say, why isn't OVO just under Cash Money or under Young Money Cash Money?
I don't think it was even on the UMG, was it?
It wasn't. He brought it to Warner. He brought it to Warner. And this is what I'm trying to say. Universal have been watching Drake do business with their competitors, and yeah, they're giving him the money, but he's not bringing everything into the fold. Do you get what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. OVO at that point was being distributed by Warner, right? Give me a second. All right, let me get off of this.
Man, I ain't getting all this
every
shit.
first
Man,
quarter,
fuck all this
year
shit.
over year, you increase
High-level woodworking.
Man, I get too
Professional
technical
with
right
years
now.
of
I ain't
experience,
trying to get too
thousands
technical.
of beginners start with.
By
I don't want to get too goddamn technical right now. I ain't got time for this shit.
10%.
Nah,
So
fuck
yes,
all this technical schmechnical.
The crazy thing is the album that he gave, it wasn't.
Let this soft mineral melt in your mouth to rebuild your gums
What
and
the
teeth and never
fuck
need a
is-
dentist again. Did you know there is a natural way to regrow teeth?
That was weird. They couldn't make no money because it was on a website and not streaming.
Man, I be hating those, man. Why they do this shit, man? What the fuck? They just be fucking up people mood, man. All in the nasty teeth and what the? I don't even want to, man. Why they be doing that shit? Hey, have you ever seen herpes? This is what herpes look like. Here's an ointment. You don't want it to stop. Pus start coming out this shit. Hey, you seen diarrhea? All right, if you got diarrhea, you might want to eat this. What the fuck? This is crazy. Just nasty. Why they show nasty shit like that? Like, can't stand them damn ads, man.
man, from what I heard, he ain't give a fuck about. What's the name of the other album?
That's what we can't do it now.
Frank Ocean, Blonde, and let me see album. Let me just go album.
By doing this, he was actually able to retain ownership over those recordings.
Oh
So
shit!
Frank
Here come
Ocean found out-
ads. Oh no!
High
Here come
level
ads.
woodworking.
Wood?
Professional with years of
no
experience,
Diddy. No
thousands of
Diddy.
beginners
Oh
start with
hell
great
no! No
ready to
Diddy.
start recording again.
No
Right?
Diddy.
Wrong. One day later, Frank Ocean announced
When you win a rap battle,
Frank Ocean comes on, then Wood. Man, this shit is this is Illuminati. Right when DJ Akademiks talking about Frank Ocean, here come, hey, you want to lay wood? All right, this is a low. Man, hell no. Yeah, all right. I think I may need a break. Nah, this is I don't like this. This is some I'm skipping this shit. No, I want to get done with this shit. No, I'm just gonna skip around.
Do you know about
No!
Trump's IRS loophole?
No!
It could help save your retirement
I don't
from recession.
care.